This is There Goes My Money.
All right, everyone. Welcome to another There Goes My Money, episode number 37, recorded on 2/25/2018, Sunday. It was a Sunday.
Isn't it always a Sunday?
Usually.
Yeah.
Lately.
Well, we do that. We do that to inconvenience Don as much as possible because he doesn't have to go to work early the next morning.
And this actually
Thank
is
you.
a special edition. This is There Goes My Money with a side of Taobao.
I don't know if this counts as a side of Taobao, to be honest. I've looked through the links in the show notes, and I think there's a little bit of a disproportionate mix here.
It's a full helping. Just
I think
because
it's
we
more
don't
like Taobao with a little bit of official seasoning.
Yes. So let's do the official seasoning first. Because we
Gotta get
only
the
have
garnish
one item, even out of third party. It's wow. Must be Chinese New Year or something.
No, I think it was like a week ago.
Yeah, but they're still partying. So, first up on the list, we have Transformers Masterpiece MP17 Plus Prowl, which is animation accurate Prowl, I guess.
Yep.
And he is $79.99 on most retailers or e-tailers. Guys, what do you think about this?
I'm a little shocked it's not more than what it was when it first came out, as far as that much more, because this one does include the two Chrome missiles, which was an Amazon Japan exclusive originally, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a recolor, and you get the Amazon exclusive add-ons, and it's only about, what, maybe $10 more than it was when it first came out back in God knows when.
Yeah, I think that actually might have been like $69.99 back in 2014 or whenever that was released through Toys R Us.
Yeah.
As it is, it's pretty much equivalent-ish pricing to what the Japanese retail is. The Japanese retail is like 8,500 yen. It's a little bit higher than just the straight exchange rate, but it's close enough to where one market's purchases isn't going to take away from the other one. So there's no like benefit for someone in Japan to import it from the Hasbro release, which is kind of the important thing to note here. The American stores that we see the pre-orders at $79.99 or so are listing it as a Hasbro product, not a Takara import.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like it's some kind of a simultaneous release experiment for a G1 masterpiece.
Yeah, I'll admit, I now that I've seen it a little bit closer in detail, I kind of like some of the color changes. Not enough to rebuy it, that's for sure. But if you came in late on Masterpiece and you don't have a Prowl, or you just have to have the animation accurate, at least it's more reasonable than I would have expected. And
I think. Go ahead, Don.
No, it's just I like the blue on the legs. I like you get the actual missiles versus having to get a third-party piece or something. I just don't see a need if you already have Prowl to get a Prowl.
Yeah, I think I'd kind of like a Masterpiece 17.5, which is basically like the blue windows, the extra parts, but the like tampograph and everything from the first release, because it looks a little bit plain. It looks like it's missing elements, which I mean it technically is because it's based on simplified for animation Prowl.
Yeah, but what they could have done is they could have added chip to this release. Use it from Sunstreaker and add a little extra bonus for this, because there was that one episode of Roll For It in which Chip takes over Prowl's computer when his battle computer goes down. So that kind of would have been a nice little. Plus, it would have been an homage back to Binaltech.
I bet you though that that Chip minifigure is probably gang molded to one of Sunstreaker's trees.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, Chip just came with Sunstreaker, so.
Well, if you think about it, like every version of the Seeker mold had a Dr. Arkeville with it. Even when it didn't make sense to. The original version had the same pilot figure in a different color every time. Like the stuff is batch molded together. There's not just a little individual chip chase mold that they can run by itself. That would be really, really inefficient.
I would like to see a Dr. Archiville that has a little, because it's like those Simpsons figures that used to have like the little speech bubbles you could change what they were saying, and have one saying, "I, Dr. Archiville, genius of science, say open sesame," so the figure would actually be able to, you could do that.
Or you could just pull Chris and write stuff on cardboard.
Yeah.
If you want to get low tech, yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, speaking of late to Masterpiece, Don. Hi, that's me. I like how the blue makes the white pop a little more, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I kind of hunted for him a little bit when he first came out, because I was, I started collecting again probably about 6 months after it was out. And I never pulled the trigger, but this is tempting. Especially, I love the blue on the windshields. So I might do it.
And if I remember right, the Datsun mold was received a little bit better than the Lamborghini mold originally was. So,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because if you think about Sideswipe was, I think, the first one they did in this style. So there's always a little bit of learning process in starting a new engineering method. So by the time they did the Datsun, they had learned a little bit from doing the Lamborghini, so it was a little bit tighter.
I like that Lamborghini mold, and I feel like I'm the odd man out on this one because I really don't
probably are. That happens a lot.
I don't like the blue windshields.
I think we're all correct, and you're not.
It's just strong. It's very.
It is strong, but it kind of needs that, because otherwise it's just black and white. It needs that pop of color on there to kind of pull it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking on Google, and I don't see a side-by-side comparison as of yet between the two. I was hoping maybe I could find one and bring that up, but I don't see one as of yet.
But
I don't think they the stock photos, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we have for official news. But we do
and
have
this Prowl comes out in September.
Yeah, and he's $79.99.
Which seems kind of odd. It's coming out that far out on a simple recolor and repackage.
Well, they got other masterpieces that have release dates set up already, I think.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Well, I think we only have through MP42, because isn't Shadow Panther just a variant letter on Cheetor's number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but they usually like to do like one a month or one every other months. So that's what I mean. They're just
and they're pushing out some movie masterpieces too. So
yeah, they count.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Also, if they're doing a simultaneous release between the Hasbro and Takara markets, it might need to take a little bit longer because they need to produce a larger number at one time.
Yep.
Sure.
And then I'll skip around on the list a little bit since we're talking about masterpieces anyway. If Masterpiece Dinobot has you a little upset with the price at $249.99, we have BW Dinosaur Warrior Transformers V-Class 16 centimeter Super Brave Hero Beast Spot Third Party Boy Toys, which is a knockoff Dinobot, pretty much. This one, I believe, was a Shapeways project, and this company stole the Shapeways stuff and created a knockoff of this Shapeways kit.
Or they could have bought the mold from Shapeways. We don't know for sure.
That's very unlikely, Don.
I heard it was stolen.
I'm just trying to use. I'm just trying to use the.
Okay, so to Don's point, there are instances where someone who is set up for injection molding or some other form of mass production in actual plastic molding will work with someone who's created a 3D model and is releasing something through Shapeways. We've seen that in a couple of instances, just like within the U.S. fandom. So, I mean, that is a possibility. There's precedent for that. I really don't think that's the case here.
It's for a KO, it's kind of interesting looking. I mean, the dinosaur mode is a little more solid than I would have figured, other than just the kneecap sticking out the front.
It's largely lifting the engineering of the original Beast Wars Deluxe, though.
Yeah, it's not anything close to a masterpiece, but the dinosaur mode is a little more coherently put together.
It really is.
So, I mean, it looks more like an actual dinosaur than other attempts.
And there is a picture of it all the way at the bottom with Generations Deluxe Rat Trap. And yeah, they look in scale with each other, actually.
Let's see.
Scrolling.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Well, yeah.
Did you ever think you would see a KO of a Shapeways kit?
Does anything surprise us anymore?
Yeah, not really.
No.
You know, the only thing that really stands out on that figure is the neck and the head, because it's like he's just like he was playing Rock'em Sock'em Robot and someone knocked his block off and his head hasn't gone back down yet. But other than that, I mean, it doesn't suck. I don't want one.
It's not great.
But it's not great, but it doesn't completely suck. So, yay.
And it's only about $22 with the conversion rate as it is right now.
It's a Transfamer, by the way.
Transfamer.
No, Transfamer.
Yeah, just
Transfamer?
Transfamer.
No S.
I first
Yeah,
read it as
stop it.
farmer.
Oh, on the box, yeah.
I first read it as farmer, but that wasn't right.
The Transformer means a whole different thing. But yeah, that's a
Dinobot figure.
I'm almost tempted to pick it up just to see what it's like.
Which is
I
diecast
mean, it wouldn't-
for I will pick it up.
I mean, he's less than a Voyager class figure. I mean, that's I see a lot of stuff, and I'm like,
And by the time you add it to, an existing Taobao order that you got going, you won't even notice that you spent that extra $22.
yes.
Unless it vanishes into the ether, then that would kind of suck.
True.
That has
Yeah.
happened before.
Oh, we know.
They go to wrong warehouses and get destroyed, and
Good times.
Christmas time in China. But next up on the list, we have MFT Diaclone. Dior Transformers Toy Lost Planet DA01 Verity Mobile Suit Fit.
Variety mobile suit fit.
Yeah.
Verity's not in this picture.
Yeah.
Reading these quick is like,
No, she's busy becoming the component to Fortress Maximus. She'll be his new headmaster.
and this was the first how would you say it, Chris? Diaclone
Revival.
revival
Diaclone
figure.
reboot.
Yeah,
is the
that we
brand.
got. And
Yeah,
most of the time when I think
Dia
Diaclone,
Battles.
yeah, most of the time when I think Diaclone, I think Transformers now, but there are other Diaclones that
Yeah.
are not Transformers.
Yeah, the car robot variety Diaclone figures were actually fairly later in the line. Stuff like what this is based off of were more what it started with, to the best of my understanding.
And this when this got re-released, it was about $150, or still is about $150. And this, with the conversion rate's about $35.
That's tempting if the quality's there at all.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, because I heard a lot of people say it was a decent figure, but it was so small. It
Yeah.
was so small.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt loves his legitimate one, but even he says it costs way too much.
I was looking at something similar to the Mecha Godzilla that recently came out. That was about the same. That was like the perfect transformation from the movie, and it's like 7 inches tall and like over $200.
Well, it's supposed to be. They scrapped it from the actual movie, but it was supposed to transform in the movie.
Yeah, so it's like I would love. I mean, I'm not a huge Godzilla fan, but I love the way it's like the perfect transformation. But a 7-inch figure for like 200, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, I'm looking in the related items on this listing too, and there's a set of the little powered suits and their cargo containers for like $6-7 also.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is the same company that's been doing the legend scale knockoffs of some Transformers like the X9 and
Do you have some of those?
Yeah, I have some of those.
How's the quality on them?
They're good. They're actually really good quality.
That's tempting then.
Because I've watched a couple of the reviews of the Mech Fan Toys Dinobots that take the DX9 versions. They upscale them, and then they take away the yellow plastic and more of a G1 color scheme. And every review I've watched says the quality is pretty solid. It's just
there you go.
It's just finding someone that has them in stock less than $35 a piece. Because then you're paying another $150, $160 for Dinobots with some very unique transformations. But we're getting Dinobots right now.
And it's funny. It's funny you bring those up, Don, because I'm actually going to really try to get the Grimlock, because then he's going to scale get better with the deluxes from Power of the Primes.
Yes.
So I'm legitimately going to try to get that one.
Yeah, but then you can't form Volcanicus.
Oh darn! Drat! I'm
never mind.
Sad.
I walked into that one, didn't I?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
See, we do need a laugh track on this show.
But yeah, there's the Mech Fan or the MFT Mech Fans toys or whatever however you say it. Yeah, their stuff's actually pretty good. And it's cheap. Just depending on where you get it.
Of course, that's before shipping from Taobao.
Right, and shipping can be expensive. And that's why I always applaud companies who make their boxes as small as possible. Like the new generation toy that I reviewed that came out, Sarge, his box is so much smaller than the typical generation toy box, and it's about time. Like all retailers need to do this. I remember, I think it was the Toy World Grimlock when that came out. It was about the size of like a 23-inch monitor. That's how big the box was.
Wow, I'm looking at one of those right now. That's huge.
Yeah, right there.
You expect something like Terminus Giganticus, of course, to have a big, huge box, obviously. But it's like, Grimlock can ship in Dino mode. He's a little shorter. It's like, no, let's make a gigantic Sonicon. Sonicon thinks they can do a big box. Hold my beer. We can do a bigger box than Sonicon.
I think going forward, we're probably going to look at more companies doing their packaging more compact, just because it's someplace where they can shave a little bit off their costs.
Yeah.
And didn't I'm not sure where it came up. It might have been a TFCon or something. But someone on one of the third party panels said packaging costs in China have skyrocketed over the past 2 years or so.
Well,
That's why
production costs for everything in China have skyrocketed over the last few years.
I've got the Yes Model BB7 Seekers that I think is a higher quality figure, as I've said before, compared to what I have seen on the Masterpiece from Hasbro and Takara. But they came in this basic brown cardboard box with the printing, no graphics, no nothing. But I got a better quality figure for about $80 to $90 compared to what the Takara Seekers were running with lesser quality.
I mean, on the one hand, I can understand why the companies would want to push that extra step, have their big impressive packaging that makes them look like what I'm going to call a legitimate company. Because I mean, let's be real here; they're making knockoffs and stolen IP products, but they can have that professional polish and look like somebody who's actually like out there doing their own thing. But for the kind of stuff they're actually making and we're actually buying, I use we in the figurative sense since I basically don't, they totally can just strip it down to basic packaging and cut some of those costs and hopefully pass that on to the consumer. If Yes Model starts doing their own unique stuff more often, I would hope they would keep that pattern up.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of people. I mean, I appreciate good artwork. That's one thing we talked about.
Yeah, but you can put that on like a card or a little pack-in mini poster or something like that.
It doesn't have to be the full. It's like Power of the Primes. In the U.S., you have to have something. I mean, that nice and that beautiful to get to stand out on the toy shelf. But
or at least that's the conventional wisdom.
That's the conventional, exactly. But I mean, if I'm saving $60 per seeker and I'm getting a better toy, and the box will wind up in a closet somewhere anyway, let me save the money. I'd rather do that. Like you said, get some artwork inside and be happy with it.
Just shipping costs alone, because you may buy from somewhere that gets free shipping, but they're paying shipping to get that to them. So the smaller the packaging, the more they can ship at once, the cheaper it's going to be to ship. It brings the cost down for everybody.
Yeah.
And the cost always
it's something that works across the whole supply chain.
Yeah. The cost always gets passed on to the consumer, whether you realize it or not. If they're paying for it, you're paying.
Exactly. And like, for example, there's a line out in Korea called Tontobot. Yeah, that's it. And these, I mean, I've watched, I think Vangelis has done some reviews, and I've watched several of them. These are some really great, chunky, innovative toy. There's one that crosses as an X and then shifts into robot mode. And this is some really unique designs, but it's Korean packaging. They're not hamstringed by like Japan with these super small boxes, because if you've collected Brave in the 90s, you know how big these boxes. I mean, we're talking.
Well, and the toys are big too.
Yeah, but that's why because I want that figure, the one that's the X and where it shifts. But the figure is like $60-$75 as is.
You're going to pay another $15 shipping on top of that because of the weight and the size
and
of
the size of the box. So it puts even a basic, what you would go out to be in Korea would be a mid-level figure, say maybe the size of a Voyager for us, maybe an Ultra, give or take. But you're going to wind up paying over $100 just to get it to you, and that's the downside.
In their home territory, these are, I would say, more comparable to like an alternative to a Megazord toy. For the size, the pricing, and the complexity. But yeah, then you're adding on basically the retail cost again to get that anywhere else in the world. It's really inaccessible, which is really a shame. It'd be great if Bandai now maybe licensed that for distribution elsewhere. We
were talking about this either pre-show or post-show, I can't remember when, about what could Bandai pick up now that they're losing Power Rangers.
Yeah,
that would be a hell of a line for them to pick up from Korea, unless there's some kind of licensing, unless they have some kind of licensing with the car for some reason. Yeah, I'm just afraid.
You need a little media support, but otherwise,
I'm just afraid Bandai would just Bandai it and take out so much of the engineering. It'd be like two sticks with no articulation that just stands up. Oh, look! Oh my gosh! It's animated Jetfire and animated Jetstorm that just stand there, and you can't do anything with it because it falls apart.
And
Bitter much done.
And speaking of Jetfire, because I know how much everyone loves the movies, we have Transformers King Kong L-Class, Leaders TF DreamWorks God 01 Fine Painting Limited Edition XTN Fire God G?
Zontion. Yeah. Jetfire. It's movie Jetfire.
It's movie Jetfire, but not only just a movie Jetfire. It's a movie Jetfire with additional parts. Because someone loved movie Jetfire enough to say, hey, you know what? We need to give him some more parts.
So what are the more parts, Diecast?
We have an axe, some additional fins, it looks like, some missile pods, and some sort of shield, maybe? I don't even know.
So basically, your Jetfire that already looked like a box of knives in robot mode can have more pointy bits in which to draw blood.
Yeah, he has extra pointy bits. Extra fins up top in robot mode, it looks like. Yeah.
What do you think? Was Revenge of the Fallen peak Bag of Knives?
If not, it was awful close.
Either that or Dark of the Moon.
I feel like Dark of the Moon's when it started to like restrain itself back the other direction.
Yeah, but Shockwave.
I mean, I'll admit, I like the way this figure looks, but I have movie Jetfire. I have never tried to combine them with Optimus. I do not hate myself that much to try to combine it with Optimus.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yeah. You know, I can get my self-loathing and self-hate from other products that won't drive me crazy. So,
Or your place of work.
yeah, it's pretty. I like it. But even if I got it, it would just sit on the shelf in robot mode, and I would probably never touch it after the first time.
But do you like it for $85? Because
No.
that's about
No.
how much it's going to cost.
So,
And judging from
No.
the one shot they have of the Blackbird mode, he's a robot underneath some jet bits. Because there's a lot
Oh,
of
so,
them.
you've never actually experienced Leader Jetfire from Revenge of the Fallen, Jason.
so
I mean, I kind of
it's pretty
assumed.
much.
It's a very big jet mode, though. Like, he
Yeah.
is big.
Oh yeah, it's a big jet mode. It's basically Silverbolt as as Jetfire because it's a robot under a plane carriage.
Yeah, I mean, this toy was designed right in the middle of like the height of the Transformers bubble. The toys were the biggest they were ever, most complicated, the least fun.
I mean,
Come on, everyone loves Revenge of the Fallen, Optimus Prime.
And it was all done on movie money.
yeah.
God, I miss that movie money.
Yeah.
So does,
I mean,
so does
it's-
Paramount.
Oh, someone get some ointment for that burn.
Yep.
So yeah, it looks good, I guess. But see, they're re-releasing Jetfire as part of the Best series, I think.
They are.
So it's like, unless this is significantly cheaper, I really,
This is at least half the price. I think even more than that, less
Oh,
than
wow.
the best one.
Which is scary.
So I
Jeez.
guess if you're not worried about the combining feature with Optimus, which I don't think.
If this is a knockoff of the Revenge of the Fallen toy, which I'm sure it is, it should still be able to do that.
Yeah.
Or just take
Okay.
a hammer to both of them, then you can combine them all you want.
That's basically the same thing.
Right?
That's like the old jokes. Do the Dinobots combine? If you hit them together hard enough, they do.
Although,
But
yeah,
for the-
Diecast did bring up a good point. Like, that movie Optimus is pretty highly regarded, so I guess you wouldn't want to do that. But
Well, it's highly regarded, but it's also highly complicated, and the Voyager they made thereafter is actually worse because, as I recall, it comes with instructions that are wrong.
Yeah.
And it's just as complicated as that leader toy at a smaller size.
That's
Brilliant.
great.
yeah.
So, and unfortunately, I have the regular version of Revenge of the Fallen. I have the black version from Amazon. Hydra got that for me. I have the Buster version of that.
Well, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. But I have like 4 of that mold, and I've never transformed. And I have the Family Mart clear version that I picked up at BotCon in 2016. So
Yeah,
it's
see,
like I have 5 of
Have
that.
that many of them, though. You can have one in vehicle mode, and one in robot mode, and one with all the Buster gear on it, and then the clear one standing by itself. You don't need to transform it, except that one time to get the one in truck mode. Which I think if you have the Hasbro one, the leaders were packed in robot mode by that point, so that wouldn't help.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, technically, if you have the movie masterpiece MPO2, you would have another one of that mold because it's a new mold, but it's that toy.
Isn't the movie masterpiece Optimus MPM4?
Yes.
No, Bumblebee is 1, Optimus is 2.
No, Starscream's 2.
No. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Bumblebee. Yeah, I'm sorry. No,
Bumblebee's
Bumblebee's
MPM3.
3.
I meant movie Bumblebee.
Yeah, that's 3.
That's 3. You're right. I'm sorry. Movie. I was thinking. Yeah, I forgot about the first 2. Yeah.
I really think they probably should have instituted a new numbering system for these instead of carrying on from the movie masterpieces that they hadn't touched in literally a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, take another swig, Don. I feel you.
But I can imagine. I do like it when they do, at least because remember when Primus came out in Japan, Primus went back to the old numbering system and he was 00. With their traditional Takara grid.
C00, right?
Yeah. So I do like it when they do at least do it for special occasions.
Yeah, they just don't. The two series don't really fit together. I guess the Starscream would scale wise, but otherwise they don't really fit together.
Yeah,
because I think MPM1 was that leader class Bumblebee.
Yeah,
which just doesn't make any sense. Hi, Massey.
And then for the next one up on the list, I'm going to throw to Chris to let him introduce this one.
So last up on our list for this week, we have 2018 new backpack, men and women backpack, business travel bag, school bag, computer casual, leisure. I almost got through it.
So close. So close. He nailed it in pre-show, everyone.
Well, you can always dub that in over me.
I wasn't recording. You have to send it to me.
Damn it.
But yeah, you got to love these items I get on Taobao or that I notice on Taobao. This one is Taste Fresh, which I can't. I'm wondering if they meant Case Fresh.
Maybe.
And it just came out.
Buy one and lick it and find out.
Because it's a backpack. I mean, you're not going to eat it. I hope not.
I'll tell you what, though, this thing is actually pretty tasteful.
Yeah. It's not obnoxious.
I kind of like it.
I was actually in the market for a new backpack like 3 weeks ago, and if I had seen this, I might have actually gotten it.
Oh, actually, I'm looking down the pictures in the listing, and there's actually like licensed by Hasbro underneath. I wonder if that's for real.
Yeah.
Well, stranger things have happened because remember the Happy Wheel Roadbots? They were licensed from the various car companies. So,
well, yeah, but that's because the company that produces them would have got sued if they didn't.
I mean, it's really nice. It even has a Transformers lining inside. Like you can see the one picture where they have the iPod in the pocket, and that has Transformers lining. It is possible that this is licensed by Hasbro Asia.
So I'm scrolling down a little bit farther, and there is a photo of the strap up close with the mosquito
right
biting it.
That I don't
really confused.
That I don't quite understand.
Okay, time for Google Translate. Because there's some text on there. Let's find out what that says. Hopefully.
I mean, I know it's pointing out the fact that that's like my backpack I just got. Like it has the mesh on it. I think to keep from like sweat underneath the strap. I have no freaking clue what that has to do with a mosquito. But maybe Chris will find out here in like
Japanese.
2 seconds.
Maybe there's mosquito repellent built into the strap.
Maybe. Because there's also emoji crying.
Okay, switch to Chinese. Let's try again.
But yeah, the backpack before shipping is only about $22.
Yeah. Oh, it comes in a nice box.
Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. Okay, so the caption by the emoji says, "I cannot get in."
Okay. Because it could without the mesh? What?
I will not bite you, I swear.
This is fascinating. This whole mosquito thing has opened up a whole world of possibilities.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's up with that. Wow, I actually read that. Forced to fight Jujube reinforcement.
Okay.
I don't know what that actually means.
No.
But that's what the main caption in the middle says.
Interesting.
Isn't it just?
Oh yeah, the box is actually, it's almost like comes in like its own toy box.
Yeah.
And then the thing right above that is funny too, because it says it's from the Canton Unicorn. I thought it was Unicron.
Oh yeah, Unicorn.
Unicorn leather goods factory. Darn it.
Also from China, so and they actually show a purple backpack, so I don't know if there's like color selections or not.
Oh,
yeah,
I like that the packaging image they have is actually just a packaging mock-up that they put together. Because, like, if you look in the corner, call out here, call out goes here.
Nice.
Product description, product name, bag, age grade, adults. It's only really missing some lorem ipsum.
Oh, now I'm just tempted to get it to see what box it comes in.
It'd be great if the production box actually looks like that.
It's going to be great when, like, an RFC a month from now, Diecast is covering all of its gets from There Goes My Money this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really nice. If I was in the market for a backpack, I would actually consider this.
Yeah, if we'd done this 3 weeks ago, baby, I'd be ordering that right now.
Well, the last time I needed a backpack was when I went to Michigan to do the coverage spot on the Transformers The Last Night shoot.
Oh.
And that was so short notice, I had to just go to Marshall's and get a cheap backpack.
Yeah.
Because I was literally leaving 2 days later. So,
I'll take your cheapest backpack.
That was also right. That was the same. I had the same afternoon. I went and bought a laptop so I would actually be able to work while I was there.
Yeah. It'd be like, I need the cheapest backpack that will repel mosquitoes.
They can't
Oh no,
get
I
in.
didn't care about that. You go up north like that, and you have to accept the mosquitoes. There's no repelling them effectively. Pro tip: don't go to Wisconsin in the summer.
Noted.
All right. So, did anyone get anything this week? Since
I don't have anything new since we did RFC.
Yeah, and I actually did RFC, so I'm showing off what I got.
well, that's okay. Yeah. Name something you got this week that you showed off on RFC.
Oh, what did I get and what did I show off?
I got Stinger.
Oh, that's right. We all got Stinger. Okay, so actually, no. There we go. Diecast is onto something here. How are we feeling on Stinger after having him for a few days? Because I'm actually a little higher on him than I was.
Kind of small.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I decided not to spend the $30 from Hasbro Toy Shop and decided to save it towards some of my pre-orders because after seeing y'all's pictures and stuff, too tiny. It's a movie toy. I ain't paying almost $8 in shipping for a single figure plus tax. I'll wait to maybe get it later.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. If Stinger had been basically comparable in size to Cogman, for example, just as an example of the Last Night Deluxe basic, average size, if it had been more like that, I think I would actually be really happy with it. As it is, being actually a tiny bit smaller than those Fall of Cybertron Deluxes from 2012, and being $20 plus tax plus shipping, whatever, like, it just feels like they went too far in that direction, keeping that price point. If it is for the sake of keeping an internal scale, I think I would rather they had fudged it a little bit at the deluxe level.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I've transformed him a couple times. I'm a little I'm not as down on him as I was on Hot Rod.
I like the engineering. Don't get me wrong. Like, I like design aspects of it. I like the aesthetic of it. I don't think the value's there.
No, I mean, go ahead.
The only movie toy that I've ever paid $30 for and appreciated was Cogman. Yeah, that was it.
I paid $30 for Cogman 2 times because I got the Japanese one too, and I still feel better about both those purchases than I do about Stinger.
I need a Cogman. Dang it.
Yeah, well, I was looking on Amazon a day or two ago, and they were about $29 on there with Prime shipping. So
really?
You might go check into that. Maybe sacrifice the purchase of another Studio Series figure for a little while. I know that would be a hard ask.
That's asking a lot, Chris. Jeez, that's tough.
Now,
Diecast, what do you think?
I actually reviewed the Studio Series Bumblebee on RFC Reviews on YouTube, which I just uploaded, and he's smaller. Like, I didn't realize how much smaller he was till I put him next to the Last Night Wave 3 Bumblebee, which is, I don't want to say share. It's like very similar engineering. Pretty much the same engineering, but looks like an entirely new mold, even though they shared the engineering, which I'm kind of shocked they did it. I don't think that's one of the better engineered figures, but that's what they use. Yeah, Bumblebee's better than Ratchet. Ratchet so far is my least favorite, and I got one with a QC defect. So, and Stinger, I haven't been able to get transformed yet. And who else did we get? Yeah,
well,
I tried it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get Stinger, but I got a ringer for Stinger. I got Infinite Transformations Megatron.
Oh, yeah.
Because I saw the reviews, saw that the QC was a lot better in some cases than Masterpiece Megatron. They included the backpack to hide all of the kibble there. It was a new piece they added. Plus, as I said on RFC, they got the new gun that they've got Frank Welker chips in. So I ordered him last Thursday 2 weeks ago. Got him on Monday. Haven't had a chance to transform him yet because I want to be coherent and not sleepy when I'm trying to transform him in Masterpiece Megatron. But I'm really happy. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. He came with like 3 multicolored Crimzeeks as a little bonus offer. So yeah, and he was about $120 cheaper than Masterpiece Megatron, and I think
so about 120 then.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yep. And so I've got, and this is weird. I'm not a Decepticon person. I really am not. I'm more of an Autobot person. But I've been on a Megatron buying kick, and it's weird. I got Despotron from Chosen Prime during their sale for $70, who looks great. I think he looks great. And I wanted this Megatron to get the more masterpiece look. And I've got a Wajang Megatron coming, in addition to having a Polyon. So I don't know why I'm on this Megatron kick of late, but that's what I got.
I'm on a Prime kick, so we might have to fight someday, Don.
And the one thing I did want to mention to everyone, I did get a Ramhorn, which I picked up at Five Below. They are starting to pop up there. It was only $3. So I also picked up an Ape Face just because I love Ape Face. But if you're in an area of a Five Below and you haven't gotten Ramhorn or you want to get another one, check out your Five Below.
I understand they're getting both color variants at random too. So if that's something that's important to you, it might be worth checking into that.
The store I had about 5 or 6, and they were all the same color, the darker color. And I have not seen a light-colored Ramhorn. Yeah, I only have dark one.
Yeah. So and everybody try to help out your fellow fans if you can, because this Ramhorn, I got lucky and picked up 2 at TFCon in Washington last year, and I have not seen one since.
Nope.
In person or at any of or a show that I've been to since then.
You should have gone to Aldi.
Yeah, I tried.
I did.
They were gone.
I did. They were all gone. They were all gone.
Well, they were after I went to Aldi because I got the only ones they had.
Yeah. I did get some really good bananas for 22 cents a pound, but that's
woo.
Woo.
But yeah,
Jason, you want to throw anything else out there?
No, I've got a box. BBTS shipped my pile of loot on Friday, so I've got Thunder Manus. I have Open and Play, Big Cannon. Yeah, those are the only 2. So those are coming sometime this week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm expecting the Legends Decepticon clones tomorrow or Tuesday myself.
I thought you got Big Cannon at TFCon.
I tried, but I didn't have the cash. Right. And they weren't taking cards for it. And I will mention again, John DeLuno very, very nicely offered to give me the cash and I could PayPal him, but I figured since I was out of cash, maybe my spending should stop at that point. So thank you, John. That was kind of you, but I have him now. He's on the way.
And also shout out to John. He picked up Thermidor and Bludgeon for me because I've seen Jack and all in my area.
Mentioned since then he has not seen either of those again at any of his stores. So
good timing.
Buy them when you can.
Yeah, I'm probably going to leave Thermidor in the packaging just because I've got Bisque already open. But I do want to try to find another Bludgeon because that Bludgeon looks a lot better than I thought it would.
Okay, so that's been another There Goes My Money.
And that's where our money went this week. Please support the show by using tfradio.net/Amazon for all your Amazon purchasing needs. I just bought a tracker, little activity, not an activity tracker, a track R, which is I can put it in my luggage and kind of track my luggage, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I thought you got like a little Jeep, a geo tracker.
No.
He got a tracker because he's overtime fighting crime.
And anytime I need batteries for my Transformers, I always go on Amazon and buy like a 10-pack or something. That way I have extra batteries for when I need them. Button cells on Amazon, it's so easy to find them.
Yep.
Yeah, you can get a way bigger variety on there than anywhere else.
Yeah.
And some of those button cells on the third-party toys are so esoteric.
Yes. So.
I think I even used that word correctly.
I think so.
I just agree because big words.
Because you don't know any better.
But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
This has been There Goes My Money.